Guys, welcome back to a brand new full time Reds episode. Very much appreciated for everybody that tunes in, watches. On today's show, we've got a packed show today. I'm going to go over the game yesterday with Sheffield United, which was a bit nerve wracking at the start, but we'll break that down. Bruno Fernandes and what he adds and what he doesn't add to the team, and the credit that he needs to be given. Jason Wilcox and what he's looking to do, and as you've seen quite quickly, the impact he's not impact, but the news coming out of his job and how quick he started his job. He's gone straight into it. I'm going to look at the Thomas Tuchel rumours and what he can add to Manchester United, and also going to look at the transfer rumours that have come out this morning regarding which players have been told they can leave. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. Everyone that has subscribed, thank you very much. Please do leave a comment also below to help us grow, suggestions on how we can improve, what we're looking to do, what you'd like to see on the channel. We're very small at the moment, so any support is really appreciated. We try to always give an honest view and not clickbait, but just something what I see and just my opinion on things, really. Right, so let's get into it. So based on yesterday's game, I thought it was it was a bit nerve wracking, to be honest, at the start. I was watching it, and you know, Gary Neville said this morning on Stick to Football. We're very fragile. When teams come at us, we look very fragile, and I felt that with the Sheffield United game yesterday, because the way they were set up. There were five at the back, and they just waited to break on us. And every time they break on us, they look like they're going to score. And I think that comes from just how fragile the team is mentally, and how difficult they find it defending leads, or how panic stations they get hit. They panic a lot. I've mentioned this a lot before. What tends to happen is the defense drop really deep, and the midfield stay kind of high, and leaves a gap. If you watch Aston Villa, who've done this really well, they press, they hold a high line, but there's not much gaps, and basically the defense are backing themselves in that situation that we can deal with this. Liverpool used to do it really well as well with one-on-ones at the back. Everyone go one-on-one, and we're backing ourselves against you. United don't have that confidence, and then they just think, "Oh, I'll step off them," and they start to drop. But I think overall, it was a good performance yesterday. We won 4-2. We should be winning that game anyway. We're still conceding goals, which is a worry. But again, I expect us to concede a lot more until the end of the season. We've got Burnley on Saturday, and then we've got Palace the following week, and then we've got three even tougher games where we've got Newcastle, Arsenal, and Brighton. In my opinion, we'll probably concede a lot more goals and a lot more shots. It's something that you just have to accept with this team and this season, that we're going to concede shots and we're going to concede goals. Hang on, let me just move my notes to the left-hand side, because I made some notes what I wanted to cover in today's show. There we go. Okay, so just coming on to yesterday, what we did notice was we tried to hold possession a lot more. And you've seen this with Jason Wilcox. He's come in on Friday as a technical director, and what his remit is to really look at the team and look at the players, and obviously they've set a style on how they want to play. We'll start to see that in the coming weeks, months, on how they want to play. But you saw yesterday we were holding possession a lot, and this is a really positive thing that the club have set a style. So we're not going from Mourinho to Solskjaer to Rangnick to others, without we saying this is the style and everyone fits this style. And Liverpool have just done this with Arne Slot. They've said our system is 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, and we need a coach that can coach this. And this is why they didn't go with, I think he's called Amron, because he plays three at the back, and De Zerbi as well, who's slightly a bit more in a different setup. So De Zerbi probably suits Man City a lot more, in my opinion. But and this is what United have done now, and they're saying, like, we're going to stick to a style and everyone fits this style. And what you saw yesterday was we were holding possession. Yeah, obviously it's still early days on how it's going to work and the patterns. But he, to me, looks like he's come in, Wilcox I'm referring to, and he is basically just going to validate what they've, since Ineos have been in, what they found and what they feel is going on. Whether that's to do with the manager, whether that's to do with certain playing staff, whether that's to do with training, whether that's to do with the medical side. And he is just basically going to validate it, because if me and you can see that, basically we're fucking getting 60 odd injuries a season so far. Certain players that have been here for 9, 10 years can only play 20, 30 games a season, if that. He's just going to come in and, in my opinion, start really looking at each position and who needs to go and what we need to bring in. I don't see us adding in 6+ players in a window. I just don't. But I do see us letting go of a lot of players. Ideally, in my opinion, players that should be going are the likes of Rashford, Casemiro, Varane, Martial. Scott McTominay, I would not do. I think he can add something off the bench. Wan Bissaka, and I'm going to do a separate video on the players that I think, but I think you're going to start seeing some move. Whether we can get rid of them or not, I don't know. But I think you're going to start seeing a lot of movement and very quickly. You're seeing it with other clubs as well who want to move quick. But Wilcox I remember Wilcox because of my age when he used to play for Blackburn. He was a very good winger, and when they won the league as well. And I actually didn't know he was at City and this is what he did. But when I've researched into him, and you've seen he got the job on Friday, officially they did the deal on Friday. Sunday he was at Wembley. You started seeing news come out Monday, Tuesday, and yesterday he was at the game as well. So he's gone straight to work. And because Dan Ashworth is not here officially, I think he'll be the face of the summer, in my opinion. Also, I think even though people say Dan Ashworth's not here, Barada's not here, these guys are having chats on the phone all the time. This is how gardening leave works. And they'll be chatting on the phone, looking at ideas, maybe discussing, having meetings as well, looking at what's going wrong and what they feel can be implemented. But keep your eye on playing style over the next 2-3 games. I think you'll start seeing changes, because I think Wilcox will come in and put his authority down, saying, like, this is what we want to do, this is how we want to do it. And regarding Ten Hag, I think I am a big Ten Hag supporter. I say this in every video I do and on other podcasts I appear on. I just feel he's left it too late to make any changes, and unfortunately, his selection of players will get him the sack. You have to work off facts. I know a lot of people say, well, there must be something going on with Rashford, and unless we're told otherwise, you go off facts, and facts are that on Sunday he wasn't very good. Yesterday I felt Casemiro was okay-ish, but again, all season he's had issues and he's kept playing him. Ahmad, everyone goes crazy over him. I really don't see the hype on him. But he was okay, but he played him. I didn't think he offered much. So I feel the decision with Ten Hag has been made. I feel it's just a matter of time whether they sack him or back him. In my opinion, they will remove him. Only reason being, they want to see, can this guy take us forward in the style we want to play? And I don't think he can. Again, I'm referring to, even I remember when I watched him at Ajax, and I'm looking back at it, I remember when Tottenham beat him in the semi, and again, they just capitulated at the end. And I feel maybe it's a trait his teams have. And in a league like this, which is very, very tough, you'll find out very quickly how hard it is. I was looking at Jamie Carragher's interview yesterday, or was it on Sunday? They were on about Arne Slot, and he was saying, like, he's going to find it's Eredivisie where Ten Hag was the best thing out there. Look how hard he's found it. And I think that's where Ten Hag's tactics and setup might have cost him. But you never know. He could be, there might be other things underlining issues that are not his fault. And Ineos might say, no, he's the guy that we want to go forward with. But I think with the Thomas Tuchel rumours, I think they are rumours that his agent is putting out rather than coming from Man United. I think he's very interested in the role. He was interested in the role last time, and I felt then they should have hired him. When Ragnick was there, they were looking to bring somebody. I thought he was ideal then. I think he's a top coach. He can coach in different systems. He is a bit maverick type, but all top coaches and players are. He's a bit of a hothead, all top. I remember Fergie, all of Klopp, they're all like that. So I don't see that as a bad side. Whether he's ideal for United, I don't know. I'm still a very big supporter of Unai Emery. I think he's the best coach out there. I have no idea why he's not mentioned on other jobs like Barcelona and Bayern, and I just don't get why they don't rate this guy. He's a serious coach, and for me, if they were to replace Ten Hag, Unai Emery would be ideal. Tuchel, I'm not against it. Potter, I wasn't against Potter as well, but it looks like he's going Ajax. Apparently, he was at the game yesterday as well. So let's see how it pans out over the next 2-3 weeks. I think things will start picking up quite quickly now. I just want to give a big credit to Bruno Fernandes. I am a big critic of Bruno Fernandes, but you got to give credit where it's due. Yesterday, he really stepped up and got the team through that game yesterday, and I felt, he really helped us. Maguire as well was another one who's been solid all season. And Bruno yesterday was really good, pulled us back in the game, really trying to get us through the game. And I feel maybe if he was supported with different types of players, maturer players, mentally, players that could calm him down, you'd probably see another level to his game. But he needs to be given credit for the game yesterday and how he helped us through that. Otherwise, just coming back to the transfer rumours, I think you're going to see a very different summer this year. I think we're going to be in the market for the 30, 40, maximum 50 million pound player. No more than that. I don't see us trying to sign Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Valverde, that kind. I think we'll be looking at these free clever transfers like Nacho. Bloody hell, I forgot the guy's name now. At Luton, Everton. It's totally gone out of my head. But yeah, him. Other players, Elise is another one that 50 million. And I feel that's the market United are in. And I feel that's the market United should be in to build a squad. Once you've got a squad of 18, 20 players, then you can add in a bit of gold dust of an Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, that kind of player. But until we get to that level, I think we should do what we're hearing, which is that 30 to 50 million pound player is where we want to be. That's where we're shopping. That's going to build a squad. Let's go window by window. Let's keep adding to it. Let's keep moving forward on it. And let's hope next year is a much better year. And I'm hoping it is a much better year because this year's fucking been a nightmare for all of us. But that's it from me, guys. Please do subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please do share the video. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back next week.